Hello, 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 hello. Hello, and welcome to Nation Fan TV. I am Pelo, I am your host. This is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs. Amakosi Football Club. And in today's video, we are previewing the Nedbank Cup semi-final between Kaizer Chiefs, Amakosi, and Orlando Pirates, Amabagania, the Bagania, the other team. Yes, I saw it. So I will talk about a lot of things, and I will also be reading your comments. Um, but I want to focus on one point. Well, that's the main point that I want to talk about, which is SIYABONGA NGEZANA and how this will be his derby and why this will be his derby. But before we do all of those things, please do make sure to comment ungitshele ukuthi what do you think about tomorrow's game. In case you're seeing this video on Saturday, tell me what you think about the game, giving me your match predictions, like the video, and also subscribe to the channel. Right, so I am saying this will be Siyabonga Ngezana's game for a few reasons. The first one is the fact that Udove has not been available in the past two matches, right? So Usiyabonga Ngezana has played with Uncobo in both games before this one, right? And that basically means in defense, the defender who's been there, the defender who will be sharper between the two will be Ungezana. And Ungezana would be expected to do a lot of organizing, a lot of communicating with everyone around him. Because even the game that we played against the game that we were playing against the Swallows, Peterson wasn't there, Gezana was there. In the previous game, Ufrosla hadn't played in the two games before that, but Ungezana was there. The other game when left back was suspended, when who's this guy? When Ushant was suspended. Then what was happening? Ufrosla was playing as a left back, Solomon was playing as a right back. Who kept his position? It was still Ungezana, which tells me Ugut Ungezana is the player right now who is more tuned and who's been watching and observing everything that has been happening for the previous few games. And because of that, he's the one who's in that space of saying, hey, I know how to organize the defense, even not over, except wake up, we're back, we're playing it derby. And that's one aspect. But the second aspect of this Siyabonga Ngezana thing is the fact that going forward, we know Guti Chiefs is not going to be will not have a lot of the ball, right? Because the Pirates are the ones who are going to have a lot of the ball. We can argue hey, we have quality, but Pirates has better players than the Chiefs. We can talk about good Nabo, Pirates as much as they are playing slightly better than the Chiefs. But when it comes to Chiefs versus Pirates right now, you will see Guti, you are most likely gonna find if we were to make a combined 11, like if we could even try to do that, you would say Guti Pirates will have more players because, yeah, Pirates will just have more players because currently the Pirates has a better team of players if you collect the quality. So I will say Guti, position wise, I'm expecting Pirates to have a lot of the ball, and because of that, then you're expecting Chiefs to be solid. And when we do get opportunities, our opportunities will come Guma counter, which we trust our speedy forwards. But the other way that we could benefit, not in a benefit to cheat, but in a that could play to our advantage is if we utilize our set pieces. And we saw ukuthi Ungezana in the game yeSwallows, and we have seen ukuthi even this season escored we had, we see ukuthi kuma corners he gets targeted a lot by the people who take our set pieces, and is usually at the end of that ball heading it. And against Swallows was just unfortunate because it hit the post, and then there was one of his shots that he took inside the box that ended up being cleared off the line. So Ungezana could decide ngempela the game based on his aerial ability up front and his ever presence at the back. Basically, that's the summary of this whole thing. I will also be reading my comments, so please do make sure to bring them and tell me ukuthi, which player do you think will be key with Chiefs? I will make a poll, and which player will be key. So I will put three players on this poll. I will start with Ungezana himself. I will also pick Uhlanti because Uhlanti is going to be dealing with Usaleng. I will also add to Stebe because defensively we're gonna need him. And I will add to Dupree obviously because, well, pace yakhe up front. Let me see. Well, I can only add those. Which player will be key? Will be the most important one out of the four. I want to see who do you think will decide the game. Personally, I vote Guti. It could just come down to Ngezana. I want to see your comments as well. And if the player that is key is not in that list, then you can comment about that player. Okay. Temba is saying Kosi Awe. Khuputso is saying Olampilo Nation, and Utemba says Mpilo, I won't lie, Ola Khuputso. Pilo, I won't lie, my brother. We'll see tomorrow, but I won't lie. I am kind of freezing. Hey, mina, I get you, Shem. I get you. I get you ukugeta ngempela because if you look at tomorrow's game, there is just that feeling yoguti we've done this to Pirates way too many times, right? I feel like at this point they will do everything that they can to end this bad run of form and against the Chiefs there is. And looking at that, you can't help but be scared. I am I have that tad bit, like the thing that says, you know what? This is kind of scary. This is kind of scary because one problem that I've had with the Chiefs, with my team right now, is that this season their best performances have been against the Pirates. But there is always this thing, Yoguti, when you're watching the Chiefs, whenever they play, there's always just that sense, Yoguti, you can be destroyed at any moment. And that's not a good feeling to have while you're watching your team. Good, as if we can be hit at any moment right now. We can concede at any point, and it's a scary feeling, and it's something that I don't wish on any Kaizer Chiefs fan. But we are going through those things, and it's understandable why people like me and people like you, Kgopotso, a lot of us are feeling like that, and others have decided to go to, they won't watch the game. Some are just having different ways of dealing with this, but all in all, it's the fact that we are all scared. Well, most of us are. And then some are still confident, Uguti, based on how we've played against the Pirates in recent weeks. Then a lot of people are like, or in recent games this season, they think we can win. Because if we're being honest, you will know and see, Uguti, how we've played against the Pirates. It's always been, how can I say this? It's always been the fact that we don't even like perform well in terms of when we have the ball. No, it's just that we score somehow. Like, look at the two goals that we scored. A goal from our own half. Yes, Utupri had missed. Well, in the second leg anyway, Utupri had missed an early chance, and then you have this game now where we score an own goal out of nowhere, and that game people were talked about how the game was boring, because Sundowns had a better game, blah 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 blah, boo 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 boo, who we won the game Oksala. So it's all of those things, Yoguti. It's just something. Um ebalulekile ukuthi we win the game. And nakusasa, even if it's boring, I will sit here and say, oh, the game is boring. But if we win, I will be like, Makosi, paga paga le. How Lucius is saying, I'm so never ashamed. I just wish we come through, bruh. Theo is saying, hey, Ola Kosimpilo. Hey, Ola Mpilo, bro. I hope we're right. Saying, Theo Kosimpilo, Akbaliw. Yeah, creme. I was basically saying, the nerves are killing me. Hey, Baba, we have to wait. We have to wait. Lapog, I would be, I go to work early in the day and then come back from work, like wait 2 more hours. And then the lineup will come out, and then we're like, tomorrow is gonna be a long day. Oh, and a good day. I declare and I decree. Vincent is saying, Olampilo, our Vincent. Terence is saying, as for my side, I will talk with you after the game tomorrow. I feel like Terence is a Pirates fan. Let me see. No, he's a Chiefs fan. Because I see, is that your daughter or something? Because I see the profile picture is someone wearing the Kaizer Chiefs, the Kaizer Chiefs thingy. So, Urupuzo is saying tomorrow's game is going to be hard. It's going to be a hard one for sure. And funny enough, what actually scares me is the fact that whenever we face them this season, we won. That is exactly what scares me as well. Yeah, but if the two games that we have played so far this season were a win for Pirates, a win for Chiefs, then I would say Chiefs can come back and win. But now it's this thing, Yoguti. We are underdogs because of the fact that we lost against the Swallows, and the Pirates has been winning above 4-1. Yes, they did draw their last game against Royal AM, but at the end of the day, if you're comparing the Chiefs and the Pirates, a lot of people would say Pirates are better, and because they have better players value than the Chiefs. Hey, but manje, good derby, that doesn't matter, we know. But at the same time, there's this thing yokuthi we are underdogs in that regard. But we are favorites based on a form against the Pirates. Because there are two kinds of forms. There are forms, there is a form against every other team, then there is a form against Pirates. And with derby, that's the only form that matters. Ukuthi the person you are playing against, how have you performed against them? But at the end of the day, it's not that it's not all that matters. It's a complicated thing. While we're thinking about complicated things, please don't forget to smash the like button. Uteo is saying none of them. None of them. Then who? Then who, Theo? Who do you think will be key in the game? Terence is saying, Makutugwe ama fans. What about players? Yeah, Makutugwe ama fans. What about players? Hey, bruh, that is why. This is why exactly I always say, Uti, i-confidence yabadlali, it's a two-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword, right? Because if you think about it, if you are confident, there's a thin line between confidence and arrogance. And I think that's what that has been hurting Chiefs a lot this season. There are games that were won before we even played them. And there are games that we won when they started. And then we proved it by scoring a goal first. And then we thought, we were right to assume that we're going to win this game. And then we drop off and then we end up conceding. Against the Arrows, about that game still annoys me until now. Against Amazulu, perhaps I would even say that. Against a team like Cheaper in Durban, against even the Swallows. So there are games that we won because we thought they were going to be too easy for us. And then we ended up losing. And I would hate Uguti the same thing to happen against the Pirates. Uguti, we think, we're going to win. Because it's not like we dominate the Pirates. We don't dominate them and win. We just win somehow. Someone could even say by luck. Theo is saying Sahil will kill them, finish and clear. Oh, that's because you wanted to say Sahil. Uyayithandela Sahil. Specifically saying my tears are on standby. Tell those tears to I don't know. Tell them, Hori, there is no need to be on standby. They should go back where they come from. Moses is saying, hello, Mpilo Nation. Coach Zwan has mentioned Mashiane and Sekota as possible Dolly replacement. But for me, maybe Sekota, not Mashiane. I will break your heart and say Uzwane will pick Mashiane. I think he'll pick Mashiane. It makes sense for me to pick Sekota because of his pace. I don't know why he would pick Mashiane. I really don't. But he will. Specifically saying Matt, Hlanti, Frosler, Shabalala, Saile, Dupree, and Mashiane had better step up tomorrow. That's all I'm hoping for. Theo is saying, I'm saying this now. If Silent Dupree stops their selfishness, we're going to win that game. Hey, you guys, when you say statements like this, you say these statements and then you come back after we lose the game and you say, Mpilo, you remember what I said yesterday? I'm like, ah. So when I read comments like this, I know what they have a potential of being followed up on tomorrow we match reaction. Mandla is saying, as much as I love my team, Mara tomorrow Kaizer Chiefs is losing straight. We Mandla. So what if Chiefs wins? Because we've been saying this thing after since we lost to Swallows. What if Chiefs wins? What are you going to do for us as fans? Because we've been saying we're going to lose. What are you going to do if we win? N Smith is saying ngolampilo mina ngithi uma i-Chiefs iwina ngojabula uma ingewini nalokho kuhle ngoba i-Chiefs ayinama good players. Ayi ngeke mina I can never accept that. I am just one of those people who has never, what can I say? Who has never been acceptable with accepting a loss even if we are bad. I can't. Like, I always just believe Guti Chiefs will win somehow. I know Guti there's also being a fan, but some games I always fancy Chiefs, man. Good. They can do something. They can do something. And for the most part, Chiefs has done something. So I can't give up, man. And then Vincent is saying, there is one thing that I saw from that guy, Utu, but the guy can give us something if we pay him with to pray. About if Uzwane has not trusted Utuba with Ama games like Ama games or Swallows, he's not gonna trust him with Davi. And also, as who already spoke about this, as it's been mentioned earlier on in the show, Guti, Uzwane has already identified Mashiane and Sekgotha as possible replacement for Udoli. That tells me ukuthi vele Uzwane is not considering Uduba. Maybe as a sub, maybe, but not so much. Uponi is say wait. Moses is saying Coach Zwane is nervous himself. He will mess up with his subs. I know for sure. Fire. Uponi is saying Kune. Ukhune njani ngoba ngeke adlale phona ukhune kuzobe kukhona uPeterson in goal. Usive is saying Olampilo awe. Uspecific is saying I hope they play the same way they celebrated after draw, especially Dupree and Peterson. I forgot to go to there is that video. Oh my god. There is that video, guys. I even forgot about it. Oh. Says. Yes, I forgot about the video. But like, if the Chiefs were to lose or anything was to happen to them, hey, that video will resurface, man. Yes, that video would resurface if the Chiefs were to lose. They would say they celebrated in Tengeko. I Tina Shashem. These guys better not lose. Upon is saying Kune, Solomons, Sia, Dove, Hlanti, Stebe, Zwane, Matlou, Saile, Dupree, and Kama. Ukama is injured. Playing Umatlou no Zwane and Stebe in that midfield, you want Chiefs to lose by 10-0 pela when I upon. How can you play Zwane and Matlou at the same time? Those guys can't defend. Mandla saying Chiefs won't win next, so there's nothing I'll do. Mandla, Chiefs will win. When you are making me say Chiefs will win. So manje, ngithi mina tell us if you are that confident ukuthi Chiefs will lose. Tell us, Uguti, what will you do if the Chiefs won the game? That's what I'm asking. Ape is saying, I think where Chiefs is gonna win somehow with a single goal from Sehota. That's the spirit. Who's basically saying, Caleb is coming back tomorrow. Awungeke, guys. Awuchangeke. Awungeke, awungeke, ayisho lento. Ngamane kudlala umashiyana, hayi uCaleb. Awungeke bafana. Manje saying mina, I feel it in my bones. Cha, nami I've always felt it in my bones. Even the other game that we won by that own goal, I felt it in my bones. I felt it in my bones the first time. But amathambo amfethu ngikhathele yiwo. Remember ukuthi amathambo yi-Pirates. So amathambo can be very deceptive. So don't listen to your bones. Your bones are not a good source of information for things like this. Please like the video, by the way, and subscribe to help me reach more people like you. All right, now let's go back to more comments. Ukgopotso is saying we're going to the final. Yebo. Mandla is saying Zwane will start Caleb. Watch the space. Never. Awungeke. And then he continues to say, I think Caleb also has 3 yellow, so he was also being spared for Pirate. I don't know why Uzwane would do that. Like I would just, I don't know what I would do, because I won't say I will not watch the game, because I would, like I would. I would still watch the game, but I just don't know why Uzwane would do that. Amvu is saying only Chiefs fans are serious about the team. Management don't feel the pain. But they feel the pain, man. Have you seen their faces when Chiefs is losing? You can see what I this is cutting deep. It's just that when it comes down to it, if you can say what, I think they care. I just think maybe they don't see how bad it is, or they accept it as soon as they leave the ground. Oh, it's disappointing, but what can we say? It's part of the game. And I hate that line, by the way, because we're using it more and more these days. It's part of the game. I don't like it. Kgopotso is saying Caleb is scoring a brace tomorrow of penalties. I like it. So, as you know, guys, tomorrow we will be live at 2 p.m. The game starts at 3, right? So we'll be live at 2 p.m. From 2 to 3, we'll be reacting to the starting 11 and doing the final preps, the final, what do you call it? The final match preview. And I see people are not liking the video, and that hurts my feelings. But anyways, please do like the video. I'm trying to see Uguti. Yeah. All in all, if we're checking the poll, let's check the poll. Not a lot of people voted. 30 people voted. And out of the 30 people, 43% of those people are saying Utupri will be key. So most of you think it's Tupri who's going to be the key in winning tomorrow's game. So, well, let's hope that happens. And then Umandla is saying, remember, guys, finish eating supper and lunch at 12 p.m. When Amanda, you haven't told us what you will do if the Chiefs wins tomorrow. You are busy telling us what we do if the Chiefs loses. Tell us what you will do when the team wins. Because I will be asking you after the game. Ukuthi Mandla, Chiefs won. What now? We want you to dance. We want you to post a video of yourself dancing. I don't know where you will post it. On Twitter, maybe. Oh, because the team is going to win, and I'm going to stick by that. Maybe by a lucky goal, maybe by a penalty, maybe even on penalties. But the Chiefs tomorrow is once again going to win. Thank you once again for joining me today. I will see you on the next one tomorrow at 2 p.m. And until that time, go get some rest, get ready for the win. Ikosi. Wait. Theo is saying Sekota will never come right if Zwane is not giving him good coaching, because every time Sekota is going straight to the corner and Zwane clap hands instead of telling him to cut in and face goals. Guys, matter why? But a player himself must also take responsibility, Theo. I didn't see your comment. I skipped because there was this name. No, guys, we can't say that though. We can't say that. Like Usekota is not doing the things. If Abomdu are doing the things, if Utoli gets is given the position and then he plays it better than Usekota, and then you also find Umashiane cutting in when he plays in that position. Mind you, Wayen Umashiane has not been great, but he still plays that position relatively better than Sekota. So then is Zwane the problem? Guys, I mean, I don't get that. I still think it's just down to the players themselves at times. Kukhona vele ukuthi uzwane naye ubuye azenzele izinto zakhe, but I don't think you can blame Sekhota's form on Zwane. I think Sekota has just done that to himself, if I'm being honest. Two more comments. Steve is saying if Caleb is playing, I won't watch the game. Uzwane, Mandla says Zwane always claps for nonsense when cameras go into him. He only knows how to shout at the kids, that one. Akazi-ke. But as I said, guys, I will see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. So be ready, be here. Let's watch the game together. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, remember, equals. Al Pelumoy.